Welcome to the ASTRALX Deep Dive, Illuminating Your Path. I'm Solarian Zephyr, your Cosmic Strategist.
And I'm Lunaria Celine, your intuitive guide.
Today, we're bridging celestial wisdom to unlock, well, your modern path.
Wow.
And this is specifically tailored for those of you born under the Libra Sun.
Mm-hmm.
We've got this really rich tapestry of astrological insights, personal growth prompts, even some historical and cultural connections from a fascinating source on Libra Rising 2025, the Justice King's Revolution.
It's quite something.
Yeah. So get ready to discover some guiding starlight insights and, explore how these powerful cosmic energies and planetary transits might shape your story today.
And what's really fascinating, I think, about the material we're diving into is how it takes these, really complex astrological ideas and distills them into things you can actually use. Tangible, actionable insights.
So not just theory.
Exactly. We're not just looking at star charts in isolation. We're connecting these cosmic patterns to, practical parts of your life. We're hoping for those aha moments. Yeah, moments that aren't just about understanding the stars, but really understanding yourself, your journey. We're going to unpack this forecast, and I think you'll find it has surprising depth and direct relevance to your personal evolution, especially if you connect with this unique Libra archetype in 2025.
Okay, let's dive in then.
Yeah.
Let's unpack this core identity for Libra Sun individuals in 2025. The source uses this really powerful archetype, Themis-Apollo.
Themis-Apollo.
Sounds kind of grand, maybe a bit intimidating. But it seems like it's about a profound merging of forces that really defines your year.
It is, and it's key, really key, to understanding your energetic blueprint for 2025. Themis-Apollo represents this unique fusion. So you have Themis.
Right, the Titan goddess.
Exactly. Divine law, order, justice. She's all about those universal principles: fairness, equity, truth. Pure Libra energy, in a way.
Okay.
Then you bring in Apollo, Olympian god of light, music, poetry, harmony, creative expression.
So quite different energies.
Different, but complementary. And when these two merge within the Libra archetype, you get what the source calls the living equilibrium.
Living equilibrium. I like that. It sounds active.
It is. The core insight here is that your inherent desire for balance, that classic Libra trait, it isn't passive this year, it's dynamic.
Okay.
Justice isn't just, a verdict handed down. It becomes a form of artistry. And diplomacy, that skill you likely already possess, it evolves. It becomes something deeper, like a devotion.
Wow. Okay. So justice is artistry, diplomacy is devotion. It's not just trying to keep things level. It's more profound, like expressing fairness with grace and influence.
Precisely. It implies this presence that is, as the source puts it, both courtroom and ballroom.
Courtroom and ballroom. Explain that.
Think of it like this. You command respect through your unwavering commitment to truth, like a judge, very courtroom. But at the same time, you have this charm, this grace, this social ease that lets you navigate complex situations beautifully, like a master in a ballroom.
Got it. So principles and poise.
Exactly. Your soul is manifesting as an eternal equinox. Think of that perfect balance point between day and night. It's not static, it's a dynamic alignment.
Okay.
For you, this means your whole being is aligning for a higher, more harmonious form of justice. It's not about wishy-washy compromise. It's about a year where your very presence becomes this powerful instrument for both fairness and beauty in the world.
Taking purposeful action towards a, grander harmony.
Yes. Deliberate action. It sets the stage for a year of really profound equilibrium.
Okay, now this is where it gets, I think, really juicy. Let's dive into the specific planetary stuff, the activations creating what the source calls this cosmic justice crucible for 2025.
The crucible, yes, a place of intense transformation.
Exactly. First up, Pluto in Aquarius, landing in your 8th house. The source tags this with relational singularity and quantum entanglement. Sounds intense.
It is Pluto, after all. Pluto is the transformer, right? Death, rebirth, stripping away what's non-essential, and forces us to look at the hidden stuff.
The deep stuff.
The really deep stuff. And in the 8th house, that's the zone of shared resources, intimacy, secrets, power dynamics, inheritances, all the intense relational territory.
Okay.
Now put Pluto in Aquarius, the sign of revolution, collective change, innovation, and its transformative power targets how we relate, how we share power, how intimacy works.
And the source says it's collapsing transactional intimacy into quantum entanglement.
Whoa! It's a huge statement. Let's break it down.
Please do. Transactional intimacy. Sounds kind of cold, like a business deal.
Pretty much. It's that relationship dynamic where it's consciously or unconsciously a quid pro quo. I do this for you, you do that for me.
Yeah.
It's often based on external validation, utility, what you get, often superficial.
Right, I can see that. So how does that collapse into quantum entanglement? Sounds very sci-fi.
It does. But think about the physics concept. Two particles linked so deeply, what affects one instantly affects the other no matter the distance. Applied to relationships, it suggests an unavoidable, deeply interconnected shared destiny. No more surface exchanges. Pluto here vaporizes those superficial bonds.
Vaporizes them. Strong word.
Because it's forcing a level of profound connection and truth that simply cannot tolerate anything less than radical authenticity. You're moving beyond quid pro quo into, like, soul-level merging.
Okay, that sounds incredibly disruptive, especially for Libra, who usually wants harmony. How do you navigate relationships being, well, vaporized? What does radical authenticity look like day to day?
It can feel disruptive, absolutely. You might get these sudden, undeniable insights into your closest bonds. You might find yourself just unable to tolerate dishonesty anymore. Not just from others, but crucially, from yourself.
Ah, okay, the self-honesty part.
That's key. Old patterns like codependency, unspoken resentments, needing external validation, they're likely to crumble under this pressure.
So it's a breakdown, but maybe a necessary one.
Exactly. It demands you reveal your true self, the hidden parts too, and allow others the space to do the same. Pluto is saying, no more hiding in relationships. The only way through is absolute transparency.
So the practical demand is difficult conversations.
Difficult conversations, voicing true needs, setting firm boundaries, and yes, potentially gracefully exiting connections that just can't meet this new standard of deep truth. It's transforming relationships into something undeniably bound by authenticity.
Okay. Intense. So we've got Pluto digging deep. But what about the core Libra identity? The source mentions double Libra luminescence in your 1st and 7th houses, amplifying relationship alchemy.
Yes, this is crucial. Remember, the 1st house is your identity, how you appear, your personal brand.
Right, the ascendant.
And the 7th house is partnerships, marriage, even open enemies. It's the other, the mirror.
Okay.
So with Libra energy strong in both your sense of self, rising, and inherently in your sun sign, it creates this double luminescence, both focused on balance, fairness, partnership.
So it's like Libra energy squared.
Kind of. It massively amplifies what the source calls relationship alchemy. It's not just about attracting partners, but transforming them and the dynamic itself through truth, turning lead into gold, basically.
And it generates gravitational fairness fields. I love that image. What's it like creating those fields?
Imagine your very presence becomes this energetic zone where fairness isn't just like preferred, it's demanded. It's almost physically felt.
Wow.
Like a gravitational pull, it draws situations towards equilibrium and instantly highlights imbalance or dishonesty. Your being radiates this need for justice.
So it makes it hard to tolerate unfairness.
Incredibly hard. You'll likely find yourself recoiling from situations or relationships that feel off. Where truth is compromised, it doesn't just invite honesty, it insists on it.
Okay, that makes sense. So this dual energy amplifies that inherent need for fairness. What kind of radical authenticity, then, is being called for in those most significant relationships with this added Libra boost?
It means absolutely no facades. None. Revealing true desires, fears, vulnerabilities, boundaries without apology, without sugarcoating.
Which might mean?
It might mean finally having that talk about the unspoken imbalance. It might mean setting a boundary you've avoided. It could even mean realizing a relationship, however long-standing, just isn't built on the truth required now, and choosing to step away gracefully.
So becoming a beacon of truth in your connections.
Exactly. Ensuring they're built on unvarnished honesty. It's about embodying fairness so completely it becomes magnetic, drawing in equitable connections and repelling others.
Okay. Next up, Saturn, the taskmaster.
Air.
And Pisces in the 12th house. That sounds deep, like really deep karmic work.
It absolutely is. Saturn brings structure, discipline, lessons, karma. The 12th house is the realm of the unconscious, hidden things, solitude, secrets, endings, and importantly, ancestral legacies.
The hidden closet of the zodiac.
Something like that. So Saturn here often means clearing karmic debts, releasing old burdens, confronting those deep-seated patterns we inherit or carry.
And in Pisces.
Pisces is about dissolution, spirituality, empathy, the collective. So Saturn here isn't about building rigid structures, it's about dissolving old ones. Spiritual release, letting go.
The source says it's dissolving ancestral karma in oceanic consciousness. That's beautiful.
It is. Imagine those burdens, maybe carried for generations, just gently but thoroughly washing away in this vast collective ocean.
And it acts as a karmic prism, bending inherited patterns into fluid ethics. What does that mean practically?
Think of a prism separating light. Saturn here takes these complex, tangled, inherited patterns, maybe family legacies of sacrifice or certain beliefs about relationships or money,
Right.
and it lets you see them clearly, understand the parts, and then reshape them. Fluid ethics means those old, maybe rigid family codes become flexible, adaptable, aligned with a higher, more compassionate sense of justice for you.
So, not ignoring the past, but transforming its influence.
Exactly. Consciously processing, learning, and freeing yourself from burdens that aren't actually yours to carry. It lets you establish your own ethical foundation.
What kind of inherited patterns might someone, you listening, be asked to release, and how do you navigate that dissolving process?
It could be anything, really. Long-held fears, anxieties, maybe a pattern of martyrdom, people-pleasing, avoiding conflict, even inherited financial beliefs. Things passed down unconsciously.
Things that feel heavy.
Yes, physically you might feel weighed down, chronically tired. Navigating it starts with awareness, meditation, journaling, maybe ancestral healing work, therapy. These can help identify the patterns.
On that.
Then it's about conscious choice, forgiving, releasing, integrating the lessons without carrying the weight. Establishing new foundations means seeing where the past influenced you and deliberately choosing actions aligned with your authentic Justice King self now, creating healthier legacies.
Okay, shifting gears a bit. There's a lighter energy coming in too, right?
Yeah.
Jupiter, the great benefic, enters Gemini in the 5th house from May 24th, supercharging creative expression.
Yes, a welcome expansion. Jupiter brings growth, luck, opportunities. The 5th house is creativity, self-expression, joy, romance, children, fun. It's where we shine.
And Jupiter in Gemini.
Gemini makes Jupiter's expansive energy intellectual, communicative, curious, diverse. Gemini loves to learn, share, connect ideas.
So this creative expression isn't just like painting. It could be more verbal, more intellectual.
Very likely. It could involve writing, speaking, teaching, networking, brainstorming, innovative ideas. It's multifaceted.
How can you harness this Jupiter energy, especially with all the deep work happening elsewhere? How do you use it to express that newfound authenticity?
This Jupiter transit is like a release valve, an outlet for joy amidst the intensity. While Pluto's transforming relationships and Saturn's clearing karma, Jupiter offers avenues to express the emerging authentic self.
So finding joy in expressing truth.
Exactly. You might feel drawn to start that blog, share your ideas publicly, maybe design something new, engage in art that speaks to your values of fairness and balance.
Using creativity for advocacy, maybe?
Absolutely. Your Justice King might find expression through creative projects that promote ethical communication, social fairness, or innovative solutions. It's a time to play, experiment, and let your authentic voice be heard in joyful, expansive ways.
Okay, now, Venus Retrograde. Always a time for reevaluation. For Libra Suns, it's in Leo, July 22nd to September 3rd, and the source says it's testing self-worth in partnerships.
Uh-oh. Huh. Well, it doesn't have to be uh-oh. Venus rules love, values, beauty, money. Retrograde turns that energy inward for review. What do you really value? What do you feel you deserve?
And in Leo.
Leo is about self-expression, confidence, romance, recognition, the ego. So the reevaluation centers on how much you value yourself within your partnerships, romantic, creative, maybe even business. Leo wants to shine, be appreciated.
So the test is, am I getting the recognition I deserve? Am I dimming my light?
That's the core of it. Are your relationships reflecting your inherent worth? Or are you compromising, playing small? Old insecurities about self-worth, especially tied to how partners see you, can definitely surface.
This sounds particularly challenging for Libra, given the tendency towards harmony. How does this test a comfortable peace? How do you navigate it?
It challenges that peace at any price tendency, because this retrograde forces you to prioritize your needs and values, even if it rocks the boat.
Okay.
You have to ask, am I letting their opinions override my sense of value? Am I seeking external validation instead of cultivating self-love? The test is standing firm in your worth, even if it means renegotiating terms or redefining agreements.
It's about building inner worth regardless of the relationship.
Exactly. Bolster your self-esteem independently. If a relationship feels draining, use this period to reevaluate its terms, set clearer boundaries. Ensure your self-love is the solid foundation. You enter partnerships whole, sovereign. So if you weave all these threads together, Pluto's depth charge, the double Libra amplification, Saturn's deep clean, Jupiter's creative spark, Venus's self-worth test, you get what the source calls this harmonic dissonance.
Harmonic dissonance, like clashing notes that somehow work together.
Precisely. Pluto in the 8th, vaporizing superficial bonds. Your Libra placements demanding radical authenticity. Saturn in the 12th, clearing inherited patterns. It's complex, multi-layered, powerful notes, sometimes clashing, but all contributing to this grander composition of your evolution.
And right in the thick of it, October 2nd, there's the Libra solar eclipse. The source says reality becomes a dimensional courtroom, and your charisma is both gavel and rose. That sounds pivotal.
Incredibly pivotal for you. Solar eclipses are supercharged, new beginnings, potent moments. In Libra, it dials up all these themes: justice, balance, relationships.
A dimensional courtroom,
Meaning karmic debts, imbalances, unspoken truths, they're all brought to light. A verdict is demanded, not just human law, but divine justice.
And my charisma is gavel and rose.
Your natural Libra grace and charm become powerful tools. The gavel signifies authority, the power to make a clear, just decision. The rose represents your beauty, diplomacy, the power of harmony.
So I can make judgments, but with grace.
Exactly. You render clear verdicts not through force, but through your compelling, elegant presence. Your ability to balance is weaponized for truth, an undeniable force for equity.
How does all this tension, this dissonance, push you, the listener, towards being more authentic, more integrated, especially around the eclipse? Seems like there's nowhere to hide.
That dissonance is constructive friction. It prevents stagnation. Pluto's deep dive, Libra's fairness focus, Saturn's clearing. It's an internal pressure cooker forcing you to shed the false.
And the eclipse turns up the heat.
It's the peak pressure point, a moment of reckoning. You can't avoid the truth of your relationships or your own integrity. It pushes you to integrate all these energies, your power, your justice sense, your ability to release the past.
So the result isn't just authentic, but integrated.
Yes. Where personal power, relationships, and spiritual path all align and work together, you embody this revolutionary yet harmonious force for justice, starting within yourself.
Okay, let's shift from the cosmic to the physical. The source introduces somatic astrology, saying your body literally becomes a diplomatic instrument. How does that work with the double Libra activation? What signals should you look for?
This is so important. Somatic astrology sees the body as a direct mirror of our cosmic blueprint and emotional state. For Libra, with that attunement to balance, your body becomes hypersensitive to harmony and dissonance.
So physical feelings give clues.
Definitely. The source points to specific sensations for this double Libra energy. Electric tingles along collarbones during injustice, like a little zap or buzz when something's unfair.
Wow.
And nausea when harmony is forced, that gut feeling when peace feels fake or you're being pushed into agreement against your inner truth.
Yeah.
Your body literally says this isn't right.
A built-in warning system.
Exactly.
And the somatic prompt involves rose quartz on the heart, lapis lazuli on the throat, chanting, "My peace has teeth." Can you unpack the symbolism?
Absolutely. Rose quartz, unconditional love, emotional healing. On the heart chakra, it opens and protects your emotional core, fosters self-love, crucial for true peace. Lapis lazuli, truth, wisdom, communication. On the throat chakra, it empowers you to speak your truth clearly with integrity.
And my peace has teeth. That sounds unlike typical Libra peace.
It's potent. Libras sometimes sacrifice inner truth for outer peace. This mantra reminds you, your peace isn't passive or weak. It has boundaries. It can defend itself. It can assert itself for truth. It's discerning peace.
So how can you tune into these signals, the tingles, the nausea, to know when your peace is compromised, to really embody this?
It comes down to mindful awareness. Pay attention. When you feel that tingle, pause. Ask, is there injustice here? Am I witnessing something unfair? When you feel nauseous, ask, is this peace fake? Am I silencing myself?
Connecting the feeling to the situation.
Yes. Linking sensation to situation turns your body into this intuitive compass, guiding you towards genuine balance and away from forced agreements. It's your inner wisdom speaking, urging you to protect your integrity.
Okay, then for Pluto in the 8th house, the source mentions pelvic tremors and jaw tension. These sound primal.
They are. The 8th house in Pluto rule power, control, intimacy, transformation. The sensations are tied to these themes. Pelvic tremors during power revelations, that's a visceral vibration in your core, your power center.
When might that happen?
When confronting power dynamics, reclaiming your own power, or when hidden truths about shared resources or deep intimacy surface, it's an energetic recalibration.
And the jaw tension.
Jaw tension when withholding truths. Super common. It's suppressed anger, unexpressed boundaries, truths held back. Your jaw physically clenches, mirroring the internal struggle with authenticity Pluto brings up.
The somatic prompt is drumming on the sacrum during thunderstorms, roaring, "I reclaim my sovereignty." Very dramatic. Why a thunderstorm?
It's deliberately cathartic. The sacrum connects to your root chakra, stability, security, primal power. Drumming stimulates it. Thunderstorms offer raw, untamed energy, perfect for releasing pent-up stuff and asserting power.
And the roaring.
Roaring, "I reclaim my sovereignty," is a primal vocal release. It liberates suppressed energy. It's an energetic declaration. I'm taking back control of my power, my body, my truth, especially where you felt disempowered. It clears blockages.
How can you use these clues, the tremors, the tension, to pinpoint where you're holding back or power shifts are happening, to empower your core?
When you feel the tremors, ask, what power shift is this? Am I stepping up, or is someone trying to control me? Is a truth emerging? If your jaw clenches, ask, what am I not saying? What truth is stuck?
Linking body to experience again.
Yes, it helps you pinpoint where power or authenticity is compromised. The drumming and roaring ritual is about physically and vocally shaking off those constraints, reclaiming your strength, moving from passive experience to active reclamation, self-liberation.
And finally, Saturn in the 12th brings heavy ankles and eye pressure, connecting to ancestral burdens, karmic release.
Precisely. The 12th is the unseen ancestral ties, karma. Saturn makes us aware, often as weight or pressure. Heavy ankles during ancestral echoes feels like being literally weighed down, maybe by ancestors' unfinished business.
Like being tethered to the past.
Exactly. Ankles support movement. Heaviness suggests reluctance to move forward due to these unseen influences. Pressure behind eyes when cosmic debt surfaces, that subtle strain when unresolved karma, maybe from past lives or the lineage, demands attention. Your inner vision is stressed.
The prompt is floating in salt water, whispering, "I dissolve what isn't mine." Why salt water?
Salt water is anciently used for cleansing, purification. Floating symbolizes surrender, release. Whispering, "I dissolve what isn't mine," is a conscious act of separating yourself from burdens, ancestral patterns, old vows that aren't yours.
Not denying lineage, but releasing the weight.
Exactly. Energetic hygiene. Shedding what you don't need to carry, making space for your authentic self. Recognizing some burdens aren't yours to solve, only to release.
So what might your body be telling you about these burdens? How can you consciously release them?
Look for inexplicable fatigue, persistent obligation, feeling stuck despite effort, subtle signals. Recurring challenges in relationships or money that feel karmic. The eye pressure. To release, beyond the saltwater ritual, maybe family constellation work, focused meditation to sever cords, journaling about family history.
So intentionality is key.
Crucial. Recognize the burden, choose to release it with compassion, affirm you're creating a new path free from inherited debt. This liberation lets you step fully into your present power.
Okay, I always love this part, grounding these big ideas in real stories. The source points to Mahatma Gandhi as a historical synchronicity.
Yes, Gandhi, a Libra Sun himself. He embodied that Libran grace, but his Satyagraha truth force was absolutely weaponized harmony.
Weaponized harmony, that's powerful.
It wasn't violent, but his unwavering adherence to truth and nonviolent resistance. It was a revolutionary force. He used moral authority peacefully.
And the source says 2025 demands you prosecute false peace. What does that mean for us?
It means turning your diplomacy into a force for systemic transformation. Like Gandhi, you're called to see when peace is just superficial, hiding resentment or untruth, and then actively challenge it.
So how can you use your grace, your diplomacy, like Gandhi, to confront injustice, even starting in your own life? Sounds like a quiet revolution.
It is. Apply Satyagraha personally. Have those difficult but necessary conversations, upholding your truth with clarity, but without aggression. Use your charm to articulate what's fair, even if it's uncomfortable.
Speaking truth calmly but consistently.
So it can't be ignored. Standing firm in your integrity ripples outwards. You challenge the status quo, even if it's a long-standing, peaceful, but unjust dynamic in your own family or relationships. You become a quiet, powerful revolutionary.
The source also gives us this gilded scales path, cinematic, musical examples, helps visualize the archetype.
It really does. It paints a good picture. First, Atticus Finch from To Kill a Mockingbird. Principled balance. Unwavering moral compass stands for justice even when it's dangerous. Calm, integral.
A classic example.
Then Oberyn Martell from Game of Thrones. Lethal grace. Charming, elegant, but ruthless in pursuing justice. Shows grace can have a deadly edge when defending truth.
Okay, different vibe there. What about Andrew Beckett and Sam Cooke?
Andrew Beckett from Philadelphia. Charm weaponized for justice. Uses intelligence, charm, professional skill to fight discrimination. Turns a personal battle into a broader cause, powerfully advocating without aggression.
Right, and Sam Cooke.
A change is going to come. Velvet vocals delivering tectonic truth. Smooth, soulful voice, but the lyrics carry profound social truth, the promise of revolution, delivering a potent message beautifully so it resonates deep.
So these figures blend grace, charm, unwavering commitment to truth, even with risk. Which archetype might resonate most with you listening? How can you channel their strengths, use elegance as an edge?
Maybe you connect with Atticus's quiet integrity, or Oberyn's fierce charm in defending truth. Perhaps Andrew Beckett's skillful advocacy inspires you, or Sam Cooke reminds you truth can be delivered with artistry.
Finding your own blend.
Yes. Recognize your elegance isn't weakness. It's a sophisticated tool for discernment, power. Your edge is gracefully, firmly upholding truth, setting boundaries, turning potential conflict into a display of integrity. Embody this blend. Let grace be a formidable force for justice.
Okay, practical application time. The source gives interactive elements to help integrate all this. Let's start with pause and reflect around the October 2nd Libra new moon eclipse.
Yes, a powerful time for introspection. The source gives two key questions. What polite lie exhausts my spirit? And what righteous confrontation would liberate my grace?
Polite lie. Explain that.
It's any untruth told to yourself or others to avoid discomfort, keep superficial peace, dodge conflict, pretending you're okay with imbalance, downplaying needs, ignoring injustice for social ease. And notice how it exhausts your spirit. These compromises drain vitality.
Okay. And the second one, what righteous confrontation would liberate my grace? Liberating confrontation.
Yeah.
Seems counterintuitive.
But it's key. A righteous confrontation isn't negative aggression. It's born from integrity, from knowing what's just, even if it disrupts things. Not argumentative, just standing in truth.
And that's liberating how?
By refusing the polite lie and speaking truth, you free up energy that was trapped by suppression. This liberation lets your true grace shine, unburdened by fakeness. It's self-love, self-respect, leading to deeper connections.
So how can you use this reflection time? Identify and release those subtle compromises.
Set aside time around October 2nd. Add journal honestly on these questions. Where do you feel resentful, exhausted, unfulfilled? Often clues to a polite lie. Be brave, acknowledge the truth, even if it's uncomfortable.
And the confrontation part.
Doesn't have to be dramatic. Could be an internal confrontation with people-pleasing. Could be a calm, clear conversation setting a boundary. Just identifying the lie and the needed confrontation is the first liberating step. Choosing integrity over comfort.
Okay, then there's a ritual during the waning moon in Libra, Sept 25 Octo 1, especially important during Venus Retrograde. Sword scale consecration. Sounds intense.
It is ceremonial. Powerful. Waning moon for release, Venus retrograde for reevaluating values. The tools are symbolic. Bronze scale for balance, weighing truths. Obsidian blade for cutting illusions, truth, discernment. Rose water for cleansing, love, grace. Silk cloth for sacred space, reverence.
And the steps. Scale on silk, blade on left plate, rose water on right. Chant, truth weighs more than comfort. Anoint wrist declaring, my elegance is my edge. Walk us through the meaning.
Placing the scale on silk creates a sacred space for discernment. Balancing the obsidian blade, truth, on the left, case release, signifies commitment to cut through illusion. Pouring rose water, love cleansing, on the right, future inviting, invites love into future truths.
And the chant.
Truth weighs more than comfort, the core affirmation, grounding you. Integrity is paramount, even over comfort. Anointing wrists action points with, my elegance is my edge, imbues your actions with this refined yet potent energy. Your grace isn't weakness, it's a sharp, discerning boundary, a force for truth.
How can you use this ritual to really lock in that commitment to truth, embody those elegant boundaries daily?
It's active programming. Engage all senses. Visualize lies dissolving. Feel the rose water's cleansing. Feel the weight of truth as you chant. Feel the power in your wrists as you declare your elegance, your edge. It consciously chooses truth, activates strength and discernment with grace, reinforces resolve, especially during Venus retrograde challenges.
Then there's the poised fury breathwork, integrating posture and breath. embodying the Justice King.
Absolutely. Integrates body and intention. Stand in a fencing lunge, right leg forward readiness, precision, controlled power.
Okay.
Inhale. A fours. Draw justice through your back leg. Visualize fairness, integrity rising from earth into your core, grounding universal principles in yourself.
And the hold and exhale, what's being projected?
Hold. Fours. Aim energy along your extended arm. Focused intent, aligning will with the drawn-in energy. Exhale, HLs. Release a treaty air through fingertips. Not aggression, but diplomacy plus decision. An intention for peace based on truth.
And the affirmation.
I harmonize with integrity, solidifies it. Your goal isn't just peace, but harmony unflinchingly based on truth.
How can you use this practice? To cultivate poise, project intentions with grace, especially when things get tough.
It trains your nervous system, your energy body, to respond with composed strength. Builds muscle memory for being grounded, focused, purposeful. The visualization directs energy consciously.
So in a real situation.
You can mentally or even physically return to the stance and breath. Respond from centered truth, not reactivity. Project intentions precisely hitting the mark of truth with Libran elegance, making your body a living instrument of your truth.
Okay, let's look ahead at the potential outcomes. The source outlines 3 verdicts of destiny based on choices made in 2025. Your agency is key here. Path 1, the Sovereign Arbiter.
This is the highest potential. Catalyst. Embracing Pluto and Saturn's transformative work willingly. Diving deep. Manifestation. You found ethical conflict resolution platforms. Literally or metaphorically, you become the go-to for resolving disputes fairly.
And the Soul Choice.
Weaponizing harmony for revolution. Using your Libra gifts balance, diplomacy as powerful tools to challenge injustice, bring revolutionary change, especially in relationships. Not aggression, but effective strategy.
The breakthroughs sound amazing with this path.
They are. Pluto's 8th housework birthed radical intimacy frameworks, new models for relationships based on truth, shared power, deep connection. Jupiter in the 5th fuels justice concerts, using creativity, art, activism for justice. Saturn in the 12th clears ancestral shadows, letting you step into this role fully unburdened.
How can you proactively engage, become that leader in ethical conflict resolution, even personally? It sounds courageous.
Say yes to the discomfort of truth. Lean into Pluto's deep dives. Do Saturn's release work personally. Be the one calling for fairness, mediating impartially, modeling authentic communication. Approach conflict as opportunity for higher resolution. Lead by example. Your diplomacy becomes your power for positive revolution. Path 2, though, is the martyr mirror. A serious warning. Catalyst. Prioritizing others' comfort over your own truth. That Libra pitfall. Manifestation. Harsh. Autoimmune flares from swallowed truths. The body turns on itself from repressed injustice.
Wow, that really drives home the connection.
And the soul choice. Confusing niceness from morality. Believing avoiding conflict is good when it's self-sacrificing harms integrity.
That confusion between nice and moral is so common, isn't it? Hard to unlearn.
Yeah.
And the specific warnings are stark.
They are meant to be. Repressed Pluto energy manifests as financial manipulation in relationships, either being manipulated or using it unconsciously due to unaddressed power issues. Chronic TMJ develops from unspoken truths. That jaw pain, again, the physical symptom of withheld truth.
A clear picture of neglecting the authentic self.
Exactly. Shows the severe physical and relational costs. What happens when the Justice King gives up the throne for superficial peace?
How can you spot if you're sacrificing truth for niceness? What are the signs?
Look for resentment, feeling drained or unheard, saying yes when you mean no, avoiding key conversations, red flags, physically. Unexplained chronic pain, fatigue, autoimmune issues, TMJ body signals misalignment. Relationally, passive aggression, lack of genuine intimacy because truth is suppressed. A reminder, self-betrayal for niceness is damaging. True morality lies in living authentically. Finally, path 3, the graceful gladiator. Dynamic blend of strength and diplomacy. Catalyst. Channeling that first house, 8th house synergy. Your identity and personal power transforming intense relational dynamics with grace. Manifestation. A viral diplomatic combat movement. Not literal fighting, but your elegant yet firm approach to conflict resolution gains influence. Fighting for justice, strategy, and charm.
And the soul choice. Teaching elegant boundary setting. So needed.
Hugely needed. This path makes you a guide, an inspiration. Your ability to assert needs gracefully becomes a model, the revelation. Your hypothetical TED Talk, The Violence of Niceness, trends during Mercury in Libra. Sept 30, October 17.
Wow.
Mercury in Libra loves balanced communication. Your insights on false peace and courageous authenticity resonate globally. You become a thought leader showing power and politeness, assertion and articulation can coexist, demanding truth without sacrificing elegance.
How can you harness that inner power
8th.
and identity first to become that advocate, inspire others?
Integrate personal power and outward expression. 8th house power means understanding your depth, shadow, using that self-knowledge to stand firm. 1st house identity means presenting the strength authentically. To advocate, practice elegant boundaries consistently. Articulate them with grace, clarity. Use diplomacy not to avoid conflict, but navigate it with integrity. Model healthy communication. Share insights, be the example. Embody both grace and gladiator. Incredibly inspiring.
Okay, wrapping this all up, the source gives this powerful 2025 mandate for the Libra Sun individual. It feels like a final call to action.
It distills the journey's essence. Your double Libra isn't indecision, it's divine calibration. Reclaiming that tendency. It's not weakness, it's intuitive alignment with higher truth, seeking perfect balance.
Love that reframe.
Then, Pluto in your 8th house isn't destroying intimacy, it's detonating chambers of polite lies, highlighting Pluto's liberating side, stripping facades to reveal true intimacy beneath.
And the mandates for Saturn and Venus.
When Saturn dissolves karmic chains, 12H, let your scales become instruments of revolution, not measuring cups for others' comfort. Active role in release, using your justice tools for profound ethical change, a force for revolution, not just accommodation. And Venus Retrograde will test your self-love in July, enter relationships as both artist and warrior. Reminder of self-worth, balanced approach. Bring your creative, harmonious artist and your fierce boundary-setting warrior.
It really emphasizes that 2025 isn't passive. It's active co-creation with integrity, courage, and that final image. Remember, the fairest roses guard their thorns most fiercely. Let your grace draw blood when necessary. Provocative.
It encapsulates it all. The rose, beauty, love, grace, Libra. But thorns are necessary protection. Your grace, diplomacy, charm aren't for endless compromise. They are tools that, when needed, assert boundaries, defend truth, protect integrity. Let your grace draw blood, metaphor for precise, elegant, firm application of truth. Even if it causes discomfort or ends a connection, asserting yourself so clearly violations are obvious.
And the sovereignty code for the year.
I balance with ferocity, I harmonize with truth. Your mantra for 2025. And just one quick look ahead, the cosmic note. Mars in Libra, October 17 to Sun 9, arms your diplomacy, negotiate pivotal treaties then. Mars, action, in Libra, strategy, fairness, perfect for making key agreements, resolving conflicts skillfully. And North Node in Aries, 7th house, demands courageous partnerships. Your evolutionary path calls for brave, self-assertive action within partnerships, moving towards relationships where both are independent, authentic, forging new paths together, more guidance on active engagement.
Wow. As our cosmic journey into Libra Rising 2025 concludes, we really hope this deep dive has illuminated your path, offered some maybe surprising facts and powerful insights.
Yeah, this exploration of your unique blueprint, it's really just the beginning. These insights, the archetype, the transits, the somatic stuff, they offer a really profound framework for understanding your year, empowering your choices.
So dive deeper into your unique path. Maybe think about what specific polite lies you need to confront, or how you can truly step into that graceful gladiator energy. You can request your email audio reading now. Find the link right in the description below.
This whole deep dive shows your balance isn't passive. It's dynamic, a force for revolution. We really encourage you to reflect. Which of those three destinies feels most resonant? What choices will you make to manifest it?
Explore all the episode resources and links too. All the details are waiting for you there in the description. And please subscribe for more Starlight Insights. Thank you so much for joining us.
Ignite. Think. Become.